31st of March, a special day. Why? On that day, 7 years ago, I boarded my first flight to the UK. With a plan in my pocket, a couchsurfing host in Maida Vale, a college to join, and a few friends in and around London to help, I was determined to boost my future. I was leaving behind the best team I ever worked in. Peace, guys! I love you all, but this was my editorial dream team. A boyfriend who was planning to join me 1 year later, all the hustling and bustling of Bucharest with late poetry nights, with experimental theatre and too little money to go to the cinema, and all of my friends. On that day, after landing, I went straight to the Health and Social Care College where I had been accepted. I paid £500 out of the total of £3,000. I filled in the paperwork and I opened a bank account. Then I took the train to my host for my first days in London. I cannot forget the moment I got out of the tube. All of those red brick buildings gave me a London feeling. What started then took me to the New Forest that summer. I got there my first job as a support worker. Since I have been supporting adults with learning difficulties in different settings. And 4 years down the line, I started my MA in online journalism as a part-time student. It was my MA degree which brought me here to the Midlands and the Black Country. And then I also found love here and a new home. I am Caterina George, Romanian writer and journalist. With this vlog, I am starting a new series in which I will talk about my experience as an immigrant. As a good journalist, I want to give you the facts. Since that day in March, I count the following: 7 years in the UK, 6 years in the health and social care industry, 5 years in the south by the sea. I don't miss the sea, by the way. I lived away from it for most of my life. I can't find anything that I can count 4 of. 3 years of unpaid journalism work and 3 years lost in the New Forest. The fashion-loving me turned into the tracksuit bottoms me, isolated in the countryside in that region. 2 years in a shared house with a great gang of people. 1 Portuguese GP trainee woman, 1 Swiss young man training to be a commercial pilot, which he is now, a Romanian couple, she a nurse and he a care worker, and an English accountant. Oh, and a landlord of Malaysian origin, who brought each and every one of us a wine bottle for Christmas. 2 makeup classes to feed my passion but not my profession, 2 qualifications in health and social care, 1 visit from my dad and 1 from bro and my nephew, 1 year working with the best local charity that I've ever known, and now nearly 1 degree in online journalism. And now for the big numbers. Over £14,000 spent on further education on top of my BA degree from Romania. This includes my first care qualification, travel expenses and all the tech I needed to buy. 11 times I moved from Slough to New Milton, Christchurch, Wolverhampton and in between. Too many hours wasted engaging in discussions under negative media reports on Romanians and Romania. I haven't counted all the photos I've taken, all the poems, the blog posts and the reports I've written since I came to the UK, and I never will. Some things are better left uncounted. Has it been tough to move abroad? Yes. At some point, I nearly thought I'd lost myself. Was it worth it though? Completely. And not only because I found love. To experience another culture, to push yourself out of your comfort zone, to learn that the grass isn't greener on the other side, just different. Count for unmeasurable life lessons. In my next video in this series, I will tell you why I left Romania and why I chose the UK. Would you like to travel with me next time? I promise I'm fun to have as a companion. If you guess where, I'll send you a chocolate bar. Let me give you a tip. It's on the continent.